the cow trailer hooked up, but as you can see, we have some stuff in there. Some decisions, questionable decisions might have been made today. I don't think they were bad decisions, but I'll give my wife credit and call them questionable. Anyway, y'all stay tuned. We'll show y'all what this is as we keep going here, and y'all will see what we're up to. Got the kennel up. Don't know if you've noticed or not, but with the background, our surprise is we did get some chickens. Our questionable decision. I had this old kennel. We used to have chickens years ago. We had 18 hens and a rooster. We have 6 panels. They're 10 by 6. So ultimately it was originally a 10 by 20 run. I'm doing a 10 by 10 right now because we do only have 10 hens. That's more than enough room right now, and it leaves 2 panels. We can expand it later. The one difference is I had a sunshade, a vinyl sun tarp as the roof originally when it was at the house. And that was the roof, protected them from predators, sunlight, all that good stuff, gave them some shade. But here at the barn, there are more predators. There's hawks, raccoons, possums, cats. I don't know if I have to worry about barn cats or not, but they're here. So we're gonna have to spend some time and do some research and figure out what the best option is for a roof on a chicken pen to protect them from, mainly raccoons is my biggest concern. I don't know if they'll come this far out of the barn or not, but the fact that they are here and the number that they are, I don't want to ring the dinner bell for them. So we are going to get some sort of metal material. I don't know if we use the cattle panels, the weld wire panels, some mesh, some sort of combination of different things. I don't know. But y'all stay tuned and figure it out. We ain't even finished with their coop, and these girls have already laid an egg for us today. Heck yeah. Over here in the what I call the trash shed, I have a couple rows of some field fence, some goat fence. It's got little 4x4 holes in it out of mesh wire. I think that'll be perfect. It's too small for coons to get through. Putting this on, essentially the only way they'll be able to get in is to dig underneath, which I don't think they will. Like I said, I had a vinyl sun tarp over it like you would put on a dog cage for sun protection in the summer, but they'll be able to rip that pretty easy. I think this is going to work just fine. Let's measure out 10 feet. This is 10 by 10, so we got to measure 10 feet. A little too long.
You know this is yours. Why? No, Hudson. Hudson, no.
All right, we got a 10-foot section cut off. We got some 10-foot pieces of wood. I'm gonna put one on either end. We'll start over and do it again. And essentially what we're doing is making a lid to sit down on top of the frame of the dog kennel. And then if we need to move it, we can just pick the lid up, take, you know, all that good stuff. But I think I really do think this is gonna be strong enough to keep raccoons out. Lay it down right there. Oh, watch out. Okay. Lay. Here. Come here. Come here. Tap it. All right, I got a few pieces of this plumber strap here. I love this stuff, the versatility of it. That's what I'm going to use to fixate the pieces of wood that we attach that piece of mesh wire to the top of the kennel panels. We'll attach a few of them on each side. It should be good to go. Then we'll get to move on to the fun part of actually building what will essentially be the coop. It's going to be an open concept coop, not fully enclosed, 3 sides, a roof over it, and some nesting boxes and a bar to roost on. And then we're gonna fixate a roof to make sure that that part of it can't get rained on, so they'll have a spot to stay dry. All right, it's starting to take shape. This is kind of what I call open concept. The only other thing we got to do is add a roof to keep it dry or rain out of it. It will slope back away from us there, but this will allow ventilation and they're protected on all sides. So let's get to getting a roof done and then we'll build some nesting boxes. Now, very scientifically, we're gonna measure off 7 feet. That's how wide our coop is. Using a proper tool, a screw, draw us a cutting line. And that's about as accurate as you can get. And yes, I'm using this. we get to go get the metal, put it across the top, and then we get to build some nesting boxes. It's coming along though. Boy, that took a whole lot longer than it really should have. Pretty simple, but it's gonna work. Plenty of air. The double wide thickness of the pallets on the sides and the solid pallets on the back, plus the chain link fence will keep raccoons or anything from being able to reach in and grab anything. And then having the small chain link mesh wire roof on top should keep anything out from up there as well. Literally, the only way to get in is to open the gate or to dig underneath. And I don't think anything's going to be digging. We are right here in town, so there is still enough traffic, stuff around to spook things off. That might try. And then if it happens to, then we'll figure that out later, but I highly doubt it will. We're going to put some straw bedding in the little nesting boxes, which we decided to use out of milk crates. Fill their water trough or their water bucket, whatever you want to call it, feed their feet up. We'll move these girls in. They did just lay another egg, so we've already gotten 2 eggs and we've not even had them but a couple hours. They hadn't even made it to their new pen yet and they're already giving us eggs. This is a very much a pen on a budget. We obviously didn't really have a budget. We already had everything pretty much. I had the pen from the last time we had chickens years ago. The pallets we had from cattle feed coming in on. The tin metal I used for a roof we found in the barn. The crates we found in the barn. The bricks that we're using to put the crates on, and we'll put their water jug on. It was already here, so we really not really had expenses other than the birds themselves. All right, the top ones are good. Fill those bottom ones up. All right, fill that red one up and let's go. Start closing it off a little bit. Nope. It happens.
That right there.
Go, girl.
Guys, I need some feet. Whoa. What about the chicken tree? Are they going to stay in there? Chicken tree? Up there?
Nope.
Wait, they seem to watch it.
All right, another view of the coop with the chickens here. They got a roosting bar up here. I thought about making a ladder, but I figured this might be better. They got 4 nesting boxes if they choose. I'm sure they might get on top of the crates, maybe on top of that too, but they have several places they can get up off the ground. They might even try and get up on top of the tin metal. They got their egg layer pellets, their water, and we just put some mealworm scratch out for them. They like to scratch through the leaves and such. We'll keep y'all updated. Well, like I said, that took a lot longer than it should have. Virtually no cost other than the birds themselves and the bag of feed. The pallets we had, the lumber we had, the kennel I already had, the mesh wire I already had. Obviously the nails and screws and such we already had. Already had the water tank too. All we had to do is buy the birds and some feed and build it. It's not pretty, but this is a farm. It's chickens. Who cares? Open concept, like I said. They're protected. They're several inches away from the exterior, so nothing can reach in and grab them. They're fully enclosed. The only way to get in would be to dig under, which I highly doubt anything will. If it does, we can address that later. Now we're just gonna sit back, keep them. Are you excited about the chickens?
Yeah, and we put it eggs right in my dad's duck.
Yeah. About the chickens?
Yes.
What's your favorite part?
Sprinkling the treats.
Feeding them?
Yes.
What about collecting eggs? Are you gonna eat them or are you gonna sell them? Both. All right. It's gonna do it for this one. Appreciate y'all following along. Tune in for the next one. If you hadn't already, please like and subscribe. It helps us out tremendously. Leave us comments. And as always, thanks and have a good day.